Hillsboro Invitational volleyball match. Thank Vic Goeth for covering for the linebackers down here, filming the first couple of matches down here, which Lady Lions have won, and they're looking at a 2-0 record now going into third match of the day with Marion Warriors. Vic, you've seen Marion play. They look like they're going to be pretty tough, or?
Well, Marion played Hillsboro earlier this morning, and it went 3 games. Hillsboro come out on top. Thought Marion had that match won, but they let Hillsboro back into it, and Hillsboro took advantage. But in this last match they played against Chapman, Marion handled Chapman pretty easily. Chapman coming in with a 2-18, 2-19 record, I think it is. But they're a young team, Chapman is. Marion has several seniors.
Marion hasn't been beat then?
One loss. They lost to Hillsboro.
Looks like they have some height, though.
Yeah, they do. They're big girls. Lady Lions played Hillsboro the last match that they had, and was cruised easy in the first game. But the second game we had to hit a few road bumps and wasn't passing the ball well. Didn't look like the Lady Lions were used to watching, and had a little trouble that last game. But
George with the first serve, and it lands on Minneapolis side, point Marion, side out to the Marion Warriors. Nice tip by Lenz, and a point for Minneapolis. Stephanie Alderson will serve.
That was a nice set by Stephanie Alderson on that last point Minneapolis had, setting Autumn Knox. Autumn with a nice attack. Marion's back row returns it over the net. Lindsay picks it right off top of the net and drops it in for a point.
Steph with the back set. Kylie's attack at the net. Nice cross court shot that Marion handles, and their pass to the front row goes in the net. Point Minneapolis. Steph with the pass up. Kylie sets. Autumn for a big hit. And we can't pull it out of the net. Tied out to Marion. Pass from the back row came into the net, and we couldn't pull it out.
Marion's going to sub their big 6-foot sophomore. She'll come in and play front row. Alyssa's pass to Steph. Steph with a set to the middle for Autumn, and Autumn hits that ball out the back line. It's going to be a point Marion.
3-2 Marion, and they're serving. We need a side out here and get the ball back our side. Short serve by Marion, and Autumn tips it across. Lenz. And Marion, Steph back on our side for a point Marion. 4-2. Lady Warriors.
There's that big middle hitter for Marion. 6-foot sophomore just come into the match. Kylie passes Stephanie. Stephanie with the back set to Lindsay. Lindsay with a cross-court shot that Marion digs.
Steph with a nice pass up. Kylie. Autumn bumps it on across. That didn't clear the tape. 4 shots. Lindsay Perry serves. We're trailing 3-4. Over in good shape. Marion attacks the net with their middle. Now got a tip. That was a lift by Marion, not called. And Mal dumps it on over. Need to get in front of her anyway.
Marion with the front row attack out of the middle. Comes to the right side of the Lady Lions back row. Minneapolis not able to get over there to cover it. Score the point for the Marion Lady Warriors. Marion leads 5-3, and they'll have the serve.
Sluggish on the offensive end right now, and Coach Mack's going to call a timeout. See if they can get a little more excitement into the girls.
They look a little flat right now, Mike. Like I said earlier, when we ended that last match against Hillsboro, that second game, Lions are having trouble making some of their passes. They're going to have to sharpen up the passes and make the sets a little better, a little closer to the net. Let the big hitters go up and swing through and see if we can't get back on top of this thing.
Haven't had a real good attack at the net just yet. So we're due. 6-3 Marion, they're serving. Not a good pass. In the net it goes, point Minneapolis. Just what we needed there.
See if we can get on a roll of our own here, Mike. Autumn Knox back to serve for the Lions, trailing 6-4.
That's out. 5-6, Minneapolis. Autumn Knox still serving. Marion's middle just hit it wide of the stripe, and it was out of bounds.
That's 2 unforced errors in a row by the middle hitter for Marion. Autumn passes Stephanie to the middle. Stephanie sets Alyssa to the outside. Nice dig by Marion. They keep it in play, but it's out on the second hit. Ball goes out of bounds, point Minneapolis.
A little better there with the offense. We had a nice attack. Alyssa George, nice cross-court kill attempt. And the rebound shot off Marion's pass went out of bounds. And they called that in. It looked like it was out from up here, but we had a not so good angle.
This will be our last match, Mike, before the bracket play starts. We need to finish this pool play out undefeated so we can go in as a number 1 into the bracket play.
Just a little bit long on Mal's attack there in the middle, mid-court. Just barely out. Autumn with a nice pass to Kylie. Sets Mallory again, and that's going to drop. Marion girl had to take that one. It was going to be in. Kylie McCulloch will serve. We're trailing 7-8. Lenz with pass to Kylie. Alyssa George with a kill attempt. They are there to cover. Mal gets a shot in the middle that Marion does get to. And it's an easy 3-ball for us with a nice set for Alyssa George. Tip across court. It was going to be in. Marion couldn't get an arm on it.
That was a nice look at the open court by Alyssa. She looked like she was going to go up for the big attack, and she just set it over the net right in the open court there, front row. Kylie McCulloch back to serve for the Lions. Nice dig out of the net by Kylie. The official late with that whistle. I didn't see Kylie go under the net. She was on the line, but she wasn't any further under than a lot of feet that I've seen over.
I don't think she was completely under. Side out to Marion, and they'll serve, leading 9-8.
Stephanie's pass to Kylie in the middle. Back sets Mallory for an outside attack. Mallory catches tape with that. Throws off the Marion dig on that. Falls in for point Minneapolis. Score's tied 9-9. Mallory back to serve.
Autumn with a nice pass to Kylie and Alyssa George. Hits one long. Out of bounds. Our hitters need to get dialed in a little bit and get the balls back in play. I think we'll be fine.
Just continue swinging through the ball. A lot of times when the ball sails like that on an attack, the hitter's not swinging through the ball. They're not following through. They like short arm it. Stephanie tried to back set that one over, and the Marion Lady Warriors are there for the block, Mike.
It's a little tough to back set that across when you're clear in the middle there and you're being defensed by their middle blocker. They usually watch for that. Tip by Alyssa George, and Marion hits it to our back row where no one is there. Point Marion, 12-9 Lady Warriors. Nice pass from Kylie. It sets Lenz. They're in the net. Point Minneapolis. 10-12, and Alyssa George will serve. We need to get a couple of them here, don't we?
We need to go off on a little roll here. Get that momentum back on the Lady Lions side of the court.
Nice recovery by the Lady Lions. Lift by Marion. Point Minneapolis. 11-12. Marion's attack went right off Autumn's shoulder, and it was enough to get it up high enough. We covered and got it across, and then the Marion Lady Warriors had a lift.
Alyssa served back to the back row. Marion puts it into the net. They try to dig it out of the net, and they hit it out their back line. Score's tied 12-12. Alyssa George still serving for the Lions. Lions had two gals there at the net for the block. Ball caught the tape, fell in the service court for Point Marion. Warriors with the serve and the lead, 13-12. That ball's out. Mallory was going up like she was going to swing at it, and she pulled back at the last minute.
She gave us a flinch, gave us a little of that shoulder action right there at the end, got out of the way of that thing, and it's Point Minneapolis. Tied up. Tipped by Marion. Set by Steph. And Autumn Knox powers one through. And Lady Lions take the lead here for about the first time in this match, 14-13.
Autumn pounded that right through the block, Mike, and it rolled down the net, fell on the Marion side for Point Minneapolis. Nice serve by Stephanie. Kylie with a nice back set over the net.
Middle blocker wasn't there to contest that, and Kylie with a real nice back set just inside the line for Point Minneapolis, 15-13. And Marion's coach wants a timeout, and she's doing a little coaching.
Got a little demonstration going on out there on the court, Mike. She's telling them gals when they look for that short little back set over the net, this is where she wants them to be. Lions on a good little run here. Took the lead back, 15-13. We come out of this timeout. Stephanie Alderson will still be serving.
Nice serve by Steph. Autumn takes pass, and here's an attempt by Kylie. Marion can handle. Nice pass from Steph. Autumn Knox with a big hit that Marion blocks at the net. They should be able to with that height. Try Autumn one more time. It's in. Point Minneapolis.
Had a tip on that from the blockers, but that fell in the service court anyway.
Kind of sounded like it looked like it got tipped, but I couldn't tell. 16-13, Stephanie Alderson still serve. Tip by Marion, and we're there to cover. Autumn with a tip, and it's going under the net. Point Minneapolis.
Marion blockers acted like they thought Autumn was going to really tee off on that ball, and she just tips it right over the top of them.
Steph rears back and puts the arm into that one, and they tip it over. We're there. Autumn can't muster up a mid-court attack, but she does. Nice save by Autumn.
That was a nice dig by Autumn. Minneapolis called for the lift on that set. That'll give the serve back to Marion. Marion trailing in this game, 17-14.
Mallory with a nice dig on the back row and a save. Sets Marion's middle, and she hammers it down for a point. Had two great saves there, but the last save went over the net, and Marion was there to pound it down. 15-17. They served that one out of bounds.
Marion helps us out with that one on that out of bounds serve.
Lenz will serve, and we're ahead 18-15. Serves over and good. Shape. Out lift.
That back set was called a lift. I was wondering if they were gunning a little late with a whistle.
19-15. Lenz serves. Good serve.
That was a lift also. They tried to direct that one over.
Directed it and tried to slam it down in one motion. It's a lift. Point Minneapolis, 20-15.
Minneapolis called in the net on that one. Marion will substitute two gals in. They'll have the serve, trailing 20-16. Game one, match with the Marion Warriors.
Little dunker there, and good try for Mallory. A really good hit. Goes clear out of bounds. That's
that ball come across on the outside of the antenna.
21-16. Autumn Knox will serve. It's over in good shape. Nice block.
Mallory's there for the block. Marion able to dig it out and keep it in play. Free ball for the Lady Lions. Lindsay passes to Stephanie. Stephanie sets Mallory in the middle.
Oh, a tape shot.
That ball caught the tape. Misdirected it, so the blocker couldn't get to it. Falls in for point Minneapolis.
Lands inside the line, and Marion calls another timeout. 22-16. Big Blue. Starting to get her rolling a little bit faster here, and Marion coach realizes it's starting to get away from her, so timeout.
Well, the last few points we've had, the passes were better, the sets were better, and the hits are a lot sharper. Lions come out of the timeout. They're going to have the serve. Autumn Knox back there. Minneapolis leads 22-16. Autumn with a nice serve that's returned over the net, just set up perfect for Alyssa George.
He likes it about right there.
It don't matter who sets her. She likes it right there. The other team sets her, that's fine. She'll take it. 23-16, Minneapolis.
Autumn with a little dunker. Mallory with the pass to Steph. Another try for Alyssa George. Marion can handle that attack. Oh, what a save by Stephanie Alderson. It goes out of bounds.
That was good hustle on Stephanie's part off that misdirection block. She was able to get a hand on it, but she puts it out of bounds. Point for the Marion Warriors.
Lands with a nice pass to Kylie.
Sets Alyssa.
Left-hand tip.
Catches Marion going the other way, Mike. We're sitting at game point now, 24-17.
That set was just close enough to the net, and Alyssa George was quick enough to get there, put a left hand on it, tipped it across, and Marion could not recover. Kylie's serve is in good shape, and
Mallory there for the block.
Alyssa George.
And Alyssa with a nice cross-court attack, Mike, hit the back row. She got a hand on it, but it went out the back line.
Put it away for a 25-17 victory here in the first game of the match with Marion. We'll play one more game here. I think he can get down low. It trips up a lot of people, and You just don't run up the middle too much.
He breaks up a lot of plays up the middle just because he's in the backfield. But it was kind of tough. The Lions only had the ball for 4 plays in the third quarter, the entire third quarter. It was 3 downs and out, and Riley County controlled the ball that third quarter, and it's tough for the Lions to come back on that.
Well, we got senior night coming up Tuesday night in Minneapolis. Minneapolis will host southeast of Saline, and I think the match I've been looking forward to all year long was getting southeast in our gym.
It'll be for the league title, Mike. Stephanie sets Autumn. Autumn's called for a push. She directed the ball. It was a good call.
She's got a power game that few have in volleyball, and she needs to use it.
Mallory passes to the middle of Stephanie. Stephanie sets Autumn to the outside. There's Autumn with that attack.
Marion can't really muster a decent attack, and we go on it again. Nice hit by Autumn. Steph with a tip, then saves.
Marion just tips that one right into the net. It's a good pass by the Marion back row. Got it up to the setter, and she thought she could just tip it over, and instead she puts it in the net for point Minneapolis. Stephanie Alderson serving for the Lady Lions. Score's tied 1-1, game 2. Marion's outside hitter. She's going for the attack, and she hits it into the net. That's a back row hitter, Mike, and it looked to me like she was in front of that 10-foot line.
Yeah, for some reason, Vic, I could tell that was just going to go in the net. It just was not going to clear. Whether she didn't have the elevation, that was, ooh.
I think that back row judge is quick to call that one. It looked like it landed on the line. But she doesn't have a good angle. She's standing 2 feet back of the line.
Kind of like our defensive line last night.
Yeah, I noticed they were playing back off the ball a little bit.
Kylie with a nice pass. Lenz with an attack that's blocked by Marion. They cannot recover, I don't think. No, that's 4. Point Minneapolis, and Lindsay will serve. Come on, Lenz, let's get a couple here and break out in front.
Put us on a little roll here.
Now with a nice dig, and ooh, that was close
to a push.
Yeah, that's not going over. Mal was there. It was kind of a switched positions. The setter at the dig, and Mal was doing the set, and then she tipped it on over. Point Minneapolis, 4-3. Lynn still serves. Kylie tips it on over. Marion gets there, and they do the same. There's a nice middle attack by Mao. That's out of bounds.
Lady Lions covered well on that, and they just watched it sail out of bounds. They pick up the point. They're leading 5-3. Lindsay still serves. Mallory there for the block stuff, Mike.
Nice block.
There's that good net play by the Lady Lions.
Tape shot her a little bit better. It was coming over. Mal was right there for the block. 6-3 Minneapolis. Lenz still serves.
Nice serve by Lindsay.
It's still spinning the wrong direction.
And that ball is hit out the back line of Marion's own court, and they're going to call timeout and talk this over. Lions on a pretty good little run here, leading 7-3 in game 2.
Well, Lady Blue slips out to a 4-point lead here against Marion in the second game of the match. Marion's coach feeling the momentum switching dramatically to the other side, calls timeout with some instruction for her setter.
I was talking with Coach McCulloch earlier in the week about the sub-state. playing in Russell, they're going to play on 2 courts, so Sub-State's not going to last that long. If anybody's, considering going out, but it's a long trip out, and you're worried about having to sit in the gym all day long, it's going to go quick.
Yeah, it'll go quick. There'll be action on both sides of the floor. The seats are very comfortable. You got backs on the seats, so I highly suggest to carpool and get a big van load of folks out. That's out.
Outside attack. Outside attack hit out the back line. Lindsay's still back there serving. Minneapolis leads 9-3. Another good serve by Linz.
Now with a nice attack that Marion digs. Kylie with another one to Mallory, and she hammers her down, and Marion just tips it over. Steph sets Autumn. Cross-court kill, and Marion's in between. That lands. Little left-hand push shot by Autumn, and Marion too far away from the net to block. And we're still serving, leading 10-3.
Autumn goes up there with that nice little set over the net and hits it right into the wickets of the Marion blocker, and she just drops it right on the floor. That ball's hit way out the back line. No touch at the net. Minneapolis with the point.
Way too high over the net for a touch, so point Minneapolis.
Another good serve by Lindsay. Alyssa's pass to the middle. Stephanie with a set to Mallory in the middle. Mallory with a little dink. Marion gets a hand on it, and they're able to keep it in play. Stephanie with a back set to Kylie. Kylie with an outside attack, Mike. That ball's picked off at the net by the Marion blocker and dropped back down on Minneapolis side for point Marion.
Well, Marion breaks it, and they will be serving. They sub their 6-foot sophomore in front line. 11-4 Minneapolis. The pass almost goes out of bounds, and Autumn goes and gets it. There's
nice dig by Alyssa George.
Boom. Big hit by Autumn. And a dunker by Kylie. Marion's there. Linz with the pass up. There's a try for Mallory. Right over the top of their blocker, and there's no one there to cover.
She read that big 6-foot center. She read her coming to the line for the block, and she just puts it right over the top of her hand, drops in just in front of the 10-foot line for point Minneapolis.
Autumn Knox serves. Steph with a nice.
Marion's in the net, Mike. It'll be a point Lions.
Good.
Autumn Knox serves. Minneapolis leads 13-4. Nice serve by Autumn.
Kind of a miss hit there by the outside hitter of Marion. It did not go over. Point Minneapolis, 14-4.
There's Autumn with another good, or Alyssa with another good set by the Marion Warriors gal.
By Autumn. We get it over in 3. Alyssa George sends it to the back row. All Marion can do is hit it on across. Alyssa George with a nice kill attempt. Marion digs. Steph with a nice pass. Kylie set. Alyssa George is going the wrong direction, but they recover. It's tipped by Mal.
Kylie with an outside attack that's fielded by the back row of Marion. Alyssa sticks an arm up, gets it in play. Mallory with a set, and she hits it out there, hits it to the back row, and the back row puts it out the back line. Point Minneapolis.
I was going to say, if we got one good attack at the net, we would put that point away. We worked long enough for it. We might as well have it.
Yeah, it looked like Marion during that point, Mike, was just content to hit the ball over the net. They never set for any attack or anything. Stephanie with a good eye on that.
Good call.
She almost bent herself over backwards, let that ball go out the back line. Autumn still serving for the Lions. Minneapolis leads 16-4.
I like a good 17-4 match, Vic. little easier for me to sit and watch.
They're outside hitters. She can hit the ball. I've watched her do it earlier in the day. That serve by Autumn caught a flyer, got up in the jet stream, and it just took off out the back line.
Just a little bit outside.
Just a bit outside. So Marion's going to substitute 2. They'll have the serve, and they're trailing 17-5. It's game 2. Minneapolis won the first game. Mallory's pass goes into the net. Kylie tries to dig it out, unable to get to it. Point Marion.
Little dunker served by Marion was going to drop in. Mallory had to take it, stuck a hand out there and boinked it up, but then our setter could not get to the pass. There, nice set. And hit. It's just barely out by Alyssa George. Point Marion.
That ball was just wide. Couldn't have been out by more than a couple inches.
7-17.
Marion still with the serve. Lindsay pops the pass up to Kylie. Kylie sets Alyssa. Alyssa comes with a good cross quarter that's dug by Marion. And there's Mallory there with the block stuff. Oh, they're calling Mallory in the net. She never even touched the net. She was straight up, Mike. Nice block stuff. But that's what the official called, so it'll be a point Marion. Steph passes to Kylie. Kylie back sets it over the net. Autumn with the pass. We got Mallory set in the middle, and she puts a hammer down on that. It's dug by Marion. They put it over the net.
Keep hitting. I like that power attack.
She's getting up there, and she's drawing that arm way back, swinging through the ball. One of these days, one of these times, she's just going to pop that right down. Kylie McCulloch back to serve for the Lions. Minneapolis leads 18-8. Kylie pops the pass up to Steph, and Steph sets Alyssa to the outside. Alyssa with a cross quarter that's dug by Marion. That ball hits the tape and trickles over the net. Minneapolis able to keep it in play.
Alyssa George attacked just a little bit wide and side out to Marion.
She had the right idea, Mike. She looked, she seen that corner was vacant back there, and she tried to put it in the corner. It just went a little wide. Six-footer can't get that one over the tape.
Miss hit there by the Marion middle. Point Minneapolis, 19-9. Nice serve by Mal. There we go. There's a nice attack by Alyssa George and a nice stuff by Alyssa George. As her return deflection came over the net. Stephanie's attack. One of the few times you'll see Alyssa George late getting to the net. Set was clear into the middle, not expecting it to be there, but she still almost got there, but just a little bit late, could not tip it over.
Set was too close to the net. Even if she'd have got there, it'd have been a tough shot to get it over. There's a nice set by Stephanie to Lindsay. And there's Alyssa. She's there to put that little tip over.
There was a nice vacancy there.
It's neat to watch these girls when they're seeing the floor. They see the defense where they're at, look for the open spot, and that's where they put it. Little mix-up on Marion's part. One thought the other one's going to get it, and it hits her in the leg. Falls in for point Minneapolis. Alyssa with the serve. Minneapolis leads 21-10. Just was on the line. Nice dig out of the net by the Marion Warriors. And then they put it over the net. Alyssa thought it was going to go out, and it looked like it was, but it dropped right on the tape. Marion will have the serve, trailing 21-11. Lions score point here, get the serve back, and let's go on a little mini roll and run this thing out. That helps.
Thank you very much. she was standing back probably 8-10 foot behind the line. I thought she was a pretty hard hitter for a serve, and it didn't make it that time. Stephanie Alderson's serve is right in there. Lenz with the pass. Steph sets. Autumn for a big hit, and it's down.
She hit it through the block. The block misdirected a little bit from the back row, and she was only able to get a hand on it and drops on the floor for Point Minneapolis. Lady Warriors call timeout. They're trailing in the second game, 23-11.
And Minneapolis getting ready to put the final 2 points on the board, and then we'll wait the second place team in the other pool probably over in this gym or the other gym.
It should be over here, and I'm guessing it's going to be Sterling. I think Conway's going to win that pool. I think Conway, they just finished their match with Sterling. I think they won both games, but Sterling was scrappy.
That's 2 hits. Blocked by Lenz.
Sterling hung with Conway in that match they played against them. One score was 24-20, and the last I seen on the other one was like 19-13. So we have a touch at the net. Minneapolis watch it go out the end line. Mouth pop.
Did you say Sterling was playing when you went over and watched?
Conway. So I'm sure Sterling's going to end up being the number two out of that pool. Mallory bumps the pass up to Steph in the middle, and Steph's going to set Autumn. And Autumn drops the hammer on that one, Mike.
Boom. Good way to finish that one off. Monster hit back to the corner of Point Minneapolis, and the Lady Lions take this one 25-12 to push their record to 23-2.
25-2.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not adding just yet.
Well, you were.
I added it.
You were in Slina earlier, so you're excused for that one.
24-25, 25-2, Lady Lions, and we'll be back with bracket play here shortly.